What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to catch any boss in Palworld, including the end game boss, Victor and Shadowbeak. Super simple, so let's get to it. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go over to the small settlement over here. It's one of the first little towns you'll run into. And we're going to attack one of these guards. So you got yourself a bounty or wanted. Make sure you get a wanted in the top right. And we're going to head over to the Rain Syndicate Tower entrance at -118, 423. This is the first boss. And I'm sure some of you guys have seen this before, but I wanted to prove that this still works after the latest update. People online were saying that this no longer works. It's just a little more finicky. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in. You want to make sure you have that wanted in the top right. That's the key thing here, is you have the wanted tag in the top right corner. So here's Zoe and Grizzbolt. And the trick is you want to kind of get in between the guards and Zoe and Grizzbolt. Do not attack Zoe and Grizzbolt, because otherwise this exploit will not work. This is kind of like a glitch right now in the game. So what you're trying to do is get the guards to shoot Zoe and Grizzbolt. So just keep dodging his attacks until that happens. It looks like right there it just happened. They shot him. And what ends up happening is he ends up going into this corner, turning all the way around and just staring out into space. And you can pull out any sphere and end up catching him. And once you've done that, we don't want to respawn. We want to just return to title. I know a lot of YouTubers will say to respawn, but if you respawn, you're going to damage your armor. So if you return to title and go back into your game here, then you're just going to spawn right outside of the boss tower. So we're going to head back to our base, fast travel. And I'll show you what he looks like here. And later on in the video, I'll show you guys how to catch the end game boss as well. So go into our PAL box here. And I've already done this once before, so I already have another Zoe and Grizzbolt. Also to show you guys that you can do this multiple times if you wish. So I'll just put them in here just to show you guys. You can have 2 in your base. And they're actually pretty good workers. They've got pretty solid traits for chopping down trees and gathering, and they've also got pretty good attacks as well. So they're good at defending against raids and whatnot. There you go, you got 2 of them here. So now we're gonna go and show you guys where the end game boss is. Go ahead and go back to that same small settlement like we normally do. You got to get your wanted tag. So get your wanted tag. And we are going to be heading way up north. All the way up on top of this mountain here. At coordinates -139, 466. And you're going to need some kind of PAL that has a flying mount, because it's the only way to get up here. You can do it with the Nightwing, but he barely gets it done. He's trying his best. He's trying his best, but you can do it. That's how I got up here. So this is Victor and Shadowbeak, and the first time I did this, I had it on normal difficulty, and I was level 20. And I got one-shotted from residual damage, not even direct hit, and I died instantly. So what I tried doing here is just changing the difficulty of my world to casual. You can do that before you spawn into the world. You can change the options. And this won't mess with achievements or anything. So we're going to change it to casual and go back to the small settlement. And you don't have to change it to casual. If you want to do it for a challenge on normal, that's up to you guys, but this is an easier way to do it before this gets patched. So one thing to know here is if you are on casual and you're trying to get a wanted tag, you're gonna have to shoot them a few more times before it actually shows a wanted tag. Just keep that in mind. So head back over here. Same thing, we're going back inside and see if we can catch this guy. So this is the same thing as Zoe and Grizzbolt. You're trying to get the guards to shoot the boss. You do not want to attack the boss or this will not work. And you can see this is a lot easier because I'm barely getting any damage here on casual. I got a direct hit there and I only lost about 1/4 of my health. So at a certain point I didn't notice that he did get shot by one of the guards. Ended up in that back right corner over there. So we're gonna head back over in that area. And you can do this, like I said, with any sphere, but you don't need to do it with anything greater than the standard blue one. So like I said, wait till their backs turn towards the wall and they're looking out into space, and then throw that sphere at them and you can catch them. And I ended up gaining 7 or 8 levels there. Same with all my pals. My pals ended up getting like another 7 or 8 levels. And I've seen people online saying that you can do this as a level exploit. I don't know if that still works. I've heard that they patched it so that if you do it a second time, you won't get as much XP, but it might be a good way to try to increase your pal's level at a minimum. So anyway, good thing to know. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna return to title. Do not respawn or you're gonna destroy your armor and you're gonna have to find a way to respawn back, and it's gonna take much longer too. So instead we just spawn back into our world after we quit to title, and as you can see we just came in front of the boss tower here. So we're gonna go and find our fast travel spot, get back to base. I'll show you guys what it looks like in the base. So here's Victor and Shadowbeak. And Victor and Shadowbeak is not really worth putting as a worker in your base. They only have a level 1 gathering. That's it, which is kind of crazy to me. I was not expecting that. So I ended up later putting him in my party because he has pretty good attacks. And it'd be a good one to have in your party. So here you can see you got pretty solid attacks. And it does look like there's a saddle you can unlock at some point. So I might try to do that as well. Get the saddle. And I'll just show you guys here. He's got some pretty good attack. Pretty much one hitting some of these higher level pals. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Consider subscribing. And as always, have a wonderful day.